Hey everyone, this is Kat, and I just wanted to review the new AI listing software for eBay called Betterlister AI. It's by Tech and Sports. I've been using it for a month now. It's kind of pricey, $49.99 for 100 listings. So, you know, I don't know. There's some other ones coming out that um one's a little bit pricier than that, but you get a lot more listings you can do. Um, and then there's another one also that's super cheap that's coming out, and I'll be testing both of those and let you know how I like those. But let's go through Tekkens right now. Um, so first of all, what you do is you come into upload. You can do this on mobile on your phone also, and you drop your photos here. Um, I'm not going to do that since I already have some uploaded. Then you go to the SKU section where we're going to come up with a name. I haven't gotten real fancy with these yet, so. And you just select for the photos how many there are. Um, you hold down the shift on the last one so that will take all the photos in. So that's the only process that's a little tedious is having to pick each things. Then it goes to generate listings, and see I have several in here to do. So we'll go ahead and do these. And tells me it's going to use the tokens. And see, I have 100 tokens a month. I'm almost out of mine. And it's going to do this in the background or not. Okay. Usually it's pretty quick. Watch it be slow when I'm filming a video, right? Yeah, it's being a little slow. Oh, let's see. These are some of my photos that were hard to identify, so I don't know that it's going to get any of these. Um, it didn't, it didn't figure out any of them. I was hoping it would figure out who the actresses were, the movies for these, but it hasn't. So that right there is a failure. It hasn't figured that stuff out. I thought maybe it was better than me. But I've tested this with several different items and categories because I'm an everything seller. So I've done autographs, I've done postcards, I've done trade cards, I've done clothing. I wanted to do some jewelry to see how well it did descriptions because I'm really terrible at doing jewelry descriptions of necklaces and earrings, and so I'd like to test that in the future to see if it writes better descriptions because anything that's, especially if it's not a brand name, it's like I used to do okay with jewelry, but haven't recently, and I thought it might perhaps help sell better if it did the descriptions, and also for clothing because I'm not really good at like, oh, it's an A-line dress, it's this kind of dress, so you know that fluffy girly stuff, it might be better doing AI descriptions because I'm just really terrible at figuring that stuff out. Um, I did baseball caps. What else? I don't know, but it was really good at oh, some art prints, and I it's really hard for me to identify the the artists sometimes because they write so small and this and that. Okay, so it's completed those, generated the listings, and then we move over to publish. And see, I have different drop down menus in here for the different items, whether it's trade cards, postcards, hats. I don't really do the sports cards on here because I do have a Card Dealer Pro account for that. Since this is a little pricier, I haven't tested that out for, dollar items, stuff I don't think it would be beneficial. But let's take a look at the editing feature. Also the pricing has not been great. I have to go in and change pricing, but so that's to be expected. So that part doesn't really save me time, but I just like that it can identify um art print and give me a description. I do have to sometimes go in and change the dimensions on here because it doesn't, but I mean that takes me a couple seconds. But me having to research the artist and all that stuff, that's what can be a pain with these things. So it has all the categories in here. It does a lot of the tags and things for you. So that's all done. And then you just have to edit the descriptions, but let me show you on the postcards because I thought it was pretty cool that it gets all the captions, all the stuff on the back of that's on the back of the postcard. It's pretty good at finding whether it has damage and so forth and that kind of thing. So that's real nice because I tend to write, some of the description from the back of the postcard, not all of it, but this does it for you, so that saves a lot of time. And I have tons of postcards to do. So then it says some of the stuff I posted already, but so then all you do from the publish screen is pick the ones you want. So I do them in batches depending on the shipping. Um, so all the postcards and then just go up to the shipping that I do for that, which is postcard one. Since they can do standard envelope and have an upgrade. And then I usually have a small interval of a couple minutes, and then I will go in and edit photos, and if it needs it, because there's a couple photos that have uploaded, I have to fix the background or something on. I think they said they fixed it in the software here, but we'll see because I haven't tested it since then. So overall, I really like what it has done and what it can do, especially with like the postcards, trade cards, um, anything like that with detailed information, the art prints. It's been really good at finding the information and so forth. You do want to double check stuff, especially if it's a high end thing. Obviously, you don't want to just put it up there and end up getting a return, but it's pretty simple to just, do your quick editing versus having to research all that and put it up. Um, and of course, if you have stuff that is, again, really high value, you may not want to use it, or you may, want to use it and then you do your editing afterwards. But so overall, I like it. I don't know that I'm keeping it right now because eBay has just been very, very bad, very bad, slow. My worst slowdown I've had in years, like the last 2 months. So I am working on some other projects, but just depending on what volume of stuff, I have a ton of stuff to list. I'm not gonna lie about that. I have way too much inventory, but I think it's a good product. I think it's well done. I do think it's worth it. So take a look at it and test it out for yourself. Just wanted to give that, quick review. End up being a little bit longer, but hopefully this helps, and I will see you on the next video. I'll probably test out one of the other ones, probably in a week or so. I don't want to do it right away, but probably in a week or so when I have some time. So hopefully this helped. See you guys later.